Howdy, y'all. What is up? Yeah, 10:17. A little late today, but no worries. I am here now. Um, yeah, what's going on? Quite a bit to talk about today. A lot to talk about, in fact. Hmm. I hope you guys enjoyed the 10-year anniversary ship from a couple days ago. If you're unaware of what I'm referring to, I made a video where basically I went over the 10-year. I kind of talk about the fact that I've been on YouTube making videos for 10 years and published a video, me reacting to the first video I uploaded to the platforms. So that is that's out on the channel. You can definitely find it. But today we have some shit to discuss. We'll just get right into it. Let me see if I can find bookmarks. Okay. I should probably pull some shit up, shouldn't I? Let's see. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. That, wow. Okay, sorry. I did not know. Hopefully these aren't paywalled. Good. This is remarkable, what we're about to unfold here. I need a sip before we get this shit going. Okay. So, Trump has been under scrutiny of the law for some time now, but it has picked up a lot since the Mar-a-Lago raid that took place, I think about, what would you say, like 6 months ago? It's got to be longer than that. It's been a while since I've, kept in touch with, like, how, like, all this news, because it all blends together, the timing of which it does. But, so he's been under scrutiny with the law for a while, and recently the indictments were released pertaining to Trump, and we're going to get into it because it's pretty crazy. So, first and foremost, let me introduce you to this gentleman here, Jack Smith, apparently. He's providing the announcement. So we'll just listen to this and then we'll read the article and get into the details. Let me make sure the audio is good for you guys, though.
Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with felony violations of our national security laws.
I noticed that it's echoing. One moment, let me see if I can change the properties on this. Let's see. No, not that. That's fine. Okay. Hold on, let me see if this works.
Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with felony violations of our national security laws, as well as participating in a conspiracy to obstruct justice.
All right, hello. Don't know how much of an effect this had, but we'll roll with it. All right, whatever. If there's an echo, I apologize, but
This indictment was voted by a grand jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida, and I invite everyone to read it in full to understand the scope and the gravity of the crimes charged. The men and women of the United States intelligence community and our armed forces dedicate their lives to protecting our nation and its people. Our laws that protect national defense information are critical for the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced. Violations of those laws put our country at risk. Adherence to the rule of law is a bedrock principle of the Department of Justice, and our nation's commitment to the rule of law sets an example for the world. We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone. Applying those laws, collecting facts, that's what determines the outcome of an investigation. Nothing more and nothing less. The prosecutors in my office are among the most talented and experienced in the Department of Justice. They have investigated this case hewing to the highest ethical standards, and they will continue to do so as this case proceeds. It's very important for me to note that the defendants in this case must be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. To that end, my office will seek a speedy trial in this matter, consistent with the public interest and the rights of the accused. We very much look forward to presenting our case to a jury of citizens in the Southern District of Florida. In conclusion, I would like to thank the dedicated public servants of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, with whom my office is conducting this investigation and who work tirelessly every day upholding the rule of law in our country. I'm deeply proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with them. Thank you very much.
Great. So he explained it pretty well, succinctly. He was indicted by the courts. What's in it is shocking, though. The level of negligence demonstrated by Trump is on a scale for which I haven't quite seen by many presidents in the past, if any. But we'll go into it, and hopefully this article reveals a lot behind it. Classified documents found in a shower, a clumsy effort to move boxes and hide them from the FBI, a damaging admission caught on tape, and Donald Trump's own public statements used against him. Those are some of the details in the indictment charging Trump and a longtime aide with an extraordinary scheme to hoard national securities that Trump took to his Mar-a-Lago estate after leaving the White House. Is this a direct link to the documents? Read the full indictment there. This is the indictment. Amazing. Shall we read the indictment directly or the article? We'll just read the indictment, actually. And then, yeah. Okay. How many pages? We have 49 pages of this shit, some of which we might skip. This is going to be a lot of reading, so... Oh boy, here we go. If you're in for a treat today. Let's just start at the top. At times, material of this indictment... Okay, we'll just get to the introduction. Defendant Donald J. Trump was the 45th President of the United States of America. He held office from January 20th, 2017 until January 20th, 2021. As president, Trump had lawful access to the most sensitive classified documents and national defense information gathered and owned by the United States government, including information from the agencies that comprise the United States intelligence community and the United States Department of Defense. Over the course of his presidency, Trump gathered newspapers, press clippings, letters, notes, cards, photographs, official documents, and other materials in cardboard boxes that he kept in the White House. Among the materials Trump stored in his boxes were hundreds of classified documents. The classified documents Trump stored in his boxes included information regarding defense and weapons capabilities of both the United States and foreign countries, United States nuclear programs, potential vulnerabilities of the United States and its allies to military attack, and plans for possible retaliation in response to a foreign attack. The unauthorized disclosure of these classified documents could put at risk the national security of the United States, foreign relations, the safety of the United States military, and human sources and the continued viability of sensitive intelligence collection methods. That is already very shocking to read. This wasn't some haphazard shit that was put together last minute, or this is like a full-on investigation and an official indictment released by the by federal agencies. So there is absolutely enough here. There's enough evidence, rather, or yeah, there's enough evidence here that would warrant an indictment, obviously, because an indictment was issued. And the details we have read thus far has been already surprising. At 12 p.m. on January 20, 2021, Trump ceased to be president. As he departed the White House, Trump caused scores of boxes, many of which contained classified documents, to be transported to the Mar-a-Lago Club in Palm Beach, Florida, where he maintained his residence. Trump was not authorized to possess or retain those classified documents. The Mar-a-Lago Club was an active social club which, between January 2021 and August 2022, hosted events for tens of thousands of members and guests. After Trump's presidency, the Mar-a-Lago Club was not an authorized location for the storage, possession, review, display, or discussion of classified documents. Nevertheless, Trump stored his boxes containing classified documents in various locations at the Mar-a-Lago Club, including in a ballroom, a bathroom and shower, an office space, his bedroom, and a storage room. He contained these documents in a shower? I think I saw the photos that were revealed there. I could pull them up in a minute, but yeah, that's crazy. In the bathroom and the shower. On 2 occasions in 2021, Trump showed classified documents to others as follows. In July 2021, at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, during an audio-recorded meeting with a writer, a publisher, and 2 members of his staff, none of whom possessed a security clearance, Trump showed and described a plan of attack that Trump said was prepped for him by the Department of Defense and a senior military official. Trump told the individuals that the plan was highly confidential and secret. Trump... Whoa, wait, hold on. This is already concerning. Why is he relaying this information to whom they didn't possess a security clearance for, that there was a plan that was highly confidential and secret? That is... oof. Trump also said, quote, "As president, I could have declassified it, and now I can't, but this is still a secret." That's amazing. In August or September 2021, at Bedminster Club, Trump showed a representative of his political action committee, no way, dude, who did not possess a security clearance, a classified map related to a military operation, and told the representative that he should not be showing it to the representative, and that the representative should not get too close. Wow. On March 30th, 2022, the FBI opened a criminal investigation into the unlawful retention of classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago Club. A federal grand jury investigation began the next month. The grand jury issued a subpoena requiring Trump to turn over all documents with classification markings. Trump endeavored to obstruct the FBI and grand jury investigations and conceal his continued retention of classified documents by, among other things, A, suggesting that his attorney falsely represent to the FBI and grand jury that Trump did not have documents called for by the grand jury subpoena. B, directing defendant Waltine Nauta to move boxes of documents to conceal from the Trump's attorney, the FBI, and the grand jury. C, the suggesting that his attorney hide or destroy documents called for by the grand jury subpoena. D, providing to the FBI and grand jury just some of the documents called for by the grand jury subpoena while claiming that he was cooperating fully. And E, causing a certification to be submitted to the FBI and grand jury falsely representing that all documents called for by the grand jury subpoena had been produced, while knowing that, in fact, not all such documents had been produced. This is remarkable. This is, I don't really have any words for this. It kind of speaks for itself. As a result of Trump's retention of classified documents after his presidency and refusal to return them, hundreds of classified documents were not recovered by the United States government until 2022, as follows. On January 17th, nearly 1 year after Trump left office, and after months of demands by the National Archives and Records Administration for Trump to provide all missing presidential records, Trump provided only 15 boxes, which contained 197 documents with classification markings. On June 3rd, in response to a grand jury subpoena demanding the production of all documents with classification markings, Trump's attorney provided to the FBI 38 more documents with classification markings. On August 8th, pursuant to the court-authorized search warrant, the FBI recovered from Trump's office and a storage room at the Mar-a-Lago Club 102 more documents with classification markings. Wow. Okay. We're only at the tip of the iceberg here, by the way. Trump's co-conspirator. Defendant Nauta was a member of the United States Navy stationed as a valet in the White House during Trump's presidency. Beginning in August 2021, Nauta became an executive assistant in the office of Donald J. Trump and served as Trump's personal aide or body man. Nauta reported to Trump, worked closely with Trump, and traveled with him. Okay. The Mar-a-Lago Club. The Mar-a-Lago Club was located out of South Beach Boulevard. Okay. As of January 2021, the Mar-a-Lago Club had hundreds of members and was staffed by more than 150 full-time, part-time, and temporary employees. Between January 2021 and August 2022, the Mar-a-Lago Club hosted more than 150 social events, including weddings, movie premieres, and fundraisers that together drew tens of thousands of guests. The United States Secret Service provided protection services to Trump and his family after he had left office, including at the Mar-a-Lago Club, but it was not responsible for the protection of Trump's boxes or their contents. Trump did not inform the Secret Service that he was storing boxes containing classified documents at the Mar-a-Lago Club. Classified information. National security information was information owned by, produced for, and under the control of the United States government. Pursuant to the Executive Order 12958, signed on April 17, 1995, as amended by Executive Order 13292 on March 25, 2003, and Executive Order 13526 on December 29, 2009, national security information was classified as top secret, secret, or confidential, as follows. Information was classified as top secret if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause exceptionally grave damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. Information was classified as secret if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause serious damage to the national security that the original classification authority was able to identify or describe. Confidential, if the unauthorized disclosure of that information reasonably could be expected to cause damage to national security. Okay, so we go from damage to serious damage with secret, and top secret cause exceptional damage. The classification marking no foreign stood for not releasable to foreign nationals and denoted that dissemination of that information was limited to United States persons. Oh, okay. Classified information related to intelligence sources, methods, and analytical processes was designated as sensitive compartmented information, SCI. SCI was to be processed, stored, used, or discussed in an accredited sensitive compartmented information facility, SCIF, and only individuals with the appropriate security clearance and additional SCI permissions were authorized to have access to such national security information. When the vulnerability of or threat to specific classified information was exceptional and the normal criteria for determining eligibility for access to classified information were insufficient to protect the information from unauthorized disclosure, the United States could establish special access programs, SAPs, to further protect the classified information. The number of these programs was to be kept to an absolute minimum and limited to programs in which the number of persons who ordinarily would have access would be reasonably small and commensurate with the objective of providing enhanced protection for the information involved. Only individuals with the appropriate security clearance and additional SAP permissions were authorized to have access to such national security information, which was subject to enhanced handling and storage requirements. Great. Pursuant to Executive Order 13526, information classified at any level could be lawfully accessed only by persons determined by an appropriate United States government official to be eligible for access to classified information and had signed an approved non-disclosure agreement, who received a security clearance, and who had a need to know the classified information after the president After his presidency, Trump was not authorized to possess or refrain classified documents. Okay, why don't we do this? Is it possible to... I hit read aloud. Because my voice is going to get worn down with all this reading. Huh. I'm just trying to figure out if I can, Okay. We can read this whole shit, and there's probably a lot of useful shit to be read from this. We could skip a little bit, I think, and be fine. Let me take a sip real quick. Okay. This part's probably important. Why don't we go like this? Hold on 1 second.
Trump indictment.
Well, shut up. Sorry, 1 moment. Here's what I'll do, actually. Never mind, that's not what I'm gonna do. We'll just read it, that's fine. We'll just read this article, though. I encourage those to read the indictment themselves. We'll have to get the Spark Notes version. Showing off military plans. On at least 2 occasions after leaving office, Trump displayed classified documents to others visiting him at his golf club in New Jersey, the indictment alleges. In July 2021, Trump showed a writer, a publisher, and 2 staff members a plan of attack that he said had been prepped for him by the U.S. military. Wow. The audio recorded meeting reportedly involved a document that Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Mark Milley drafted about Iran. Trump allegedly made a potential damning admission at that session, saying he could have declassified the document while he was president, but now I can't. So it had something to do with Iran, and it was a plan of attack? Shit. It's funny, by the way, that some of the conservatives out there thought that Trump was like going to get us out of the war, and like he was like super against being in like the Middle East and shit or whatever. But like Fucking no way that's true, because he assassinated Soleimani, and apparently through a leaked audio recording had entertained the idea of attacking Iran. Trump isn't the only person facing criminal charges after the classified documents fiasco. His longtime aide and body man Walt Nauta was also, I'll just call him Walt, was also hit with 6 felony counts, including obstruction of justice and making false statements to the FBI. The indictment says Trump instructed Walt to move boxes containing classified documents in order to conceal them from both Trump's own lawyers and the FBI. This is insane. I don't know how much clearer it can get with respect to an obstruction of justice. This is as clear as it gets. And we did read it in the indictment itself, but he was making an effort to obfuscate any of the documents or even preventing from giving them to the FBI in the first place. Prosecutors accused Walt of lying months ago and pressured him to cooperate in the investigation, a source familiar with the situation told Politico. But the charges unsealed Friday indicate that he and prosecutors didn't come to terms on a deal, at least not yet. Yeah, this is the shit that's in the bathroom. All this is classified documents. The indictment says that Mar-a-Lago was particularly vulnerable location for the classified documents because it's, quote, an active social club that hosted events for tens of thousands of members and guests. A far cry from the closely guarded, sensitive this SCIF that is typically used to store the most sensitive national security secrets. So, in other words, we're not supposed to keep classified information next to where you take a shit. You're supposed to put them in sensitive compartmented information facilities. This is obviously difficult to understand for, I would imagine, most people. This is a very insane concept to grasp, but believe it or not, you're not supposed to store sensitive classified information in a bathroom or at a venue for which there are many people coming in and out of. Trump has railed at the FBI for spreading classified documents across the floor of the closet during a search in Mar-a-Lago, but prosecutors say Trump's own storage of the documents was just as sloppy. The indictment says some of the classified records at Mar-a-Lago were stored in a ballroom, a bathroom, and a shower, and his bedroom. Wow. Other details from the indictment emphasize the haphazard nature with which sensitive government documents were strewn around the estate. The indictment alleges that on at least one occasion in December 2021, boxes containing a mix of classified and unclassified records spilled onto the floors of a storage room. Walt allegedly texted a photo of the scene to another Trump aide. One of the documents classified secret and marked for release only to U.S. officials and close allies discuss military capabilities of a foreign country, the indictment says. Holy shit. Spilling secrets, literally. Yeah. How are these guys? Oh my god, man. Fucking wow. What a clusterfuck. Prosecutors don't often wade into politicians' stump speeches, but special counsel Jack Smith wasn't shy about including some of Trump's 2016 presidential campaign rhetoric in the indictment. The feds cite 5 statements by Trump. I think we read some of these. These are the statements he made. In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the prosecution of classified information. No one will be above the law. Trump also said, we also need to fight this battle by collecting intelligence and then protecting our classified secrets. We can't have someone in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified. That is so fucking... Oh, man, that's so funny. Oh, my God. One of the first things we must do is enforce all classification rules and to enforce all laws relating to the handling of classified information. We also need the best protection of classified information. Service members here in North Carolina have risked their lives to acquire. So that is remarkable. Smith also could not resist including a statement Trump made in 2018 about the dangers of giving former officials access to national security secrets. Such access, Trump said at the time, is particularly inappropriate for when former officials have transitioned into highly partisan positions. Though the indictment doesn't provide the context, Trump made that statement as he stripped former CIA Director John Brennan of his security clearance after Brennan criticized Trump's ties to Russia. Trump's hands-on handling. The indictment indicates that Trump was intimately involved in the handling of the boxes brought from the White House to Mar-a-Lago, requesting some of them and sorting through the items after the National Archives pressured Trump aides to send the files back to Washington. In January 2022, Walt suggested in a text message that Trump was upset that the boxes were labeled with too many details about their contents. The message was sent just days before 15 boxes were dispatched from Mar-a-Lago. The FBI later concluded that the boxes contained 197 documents with classification markings. Oh. So that's like the big drops there, huh? So shit, okay. On April 5th, 2021, an employee of the office of Donald J. Trump, Employee 1, texted another employee at the office, Employee 2, to ask whether Trump's boxes could be moved out of the business center to make room for staff to use it as an office. Employee 2 replied, "Whoa, okay, so POTUS specifically asked Walt for those boxes to be in the business center because they are his papers." Later that day, Trump Employee 1 and Trump Employee 2 exchanged the following text messages. Employee 2 said, "We can definitely make it work if we move his papers into the lake room." Employee 1 says, "There is still a little room in the shower where his other stuff is. Is it only his papers he cares about? There's some other stuff in there that are not papers. Could that go to storage, or does he want everything in there on property?" Employee 2, "Yes, anything that's not the beautiful mind paper boxes can definitely go into..." What? Anything that's not the beautiful mind paper box. Isn't this like a movie? Okay. Can definitely go to storage. Want to take a look at the space and start moving tomorrow. After the text exchange in April 2021, some of Trump's boxes were moved from the business center's ballroom. So these are the photographs. Okay. So it looks like we're describing the how haphazard it was stored, rather the classified information, how it was stored. Okay, we're detailing that. What do we have here? On December 7th, Walt found several Trump's boxes fallen and their contents spilled onto the floor, which denoted that the information in the documents were releasable only to the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance consisting of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. So only this brave group of nation states could look at this shit, apparently. Walt texted Employee 2, "I opened the door and found this." And I'm assuming, oh, this picture is all declassified shit. Employee 2 replied, oh no, and I'm sorry POTUS had my phone. One of the photographs, wait, so this is actually Trump saying that? Okay. One of the photographs Walt texted to Employee 2 is depicted below with the visible classification or classified information redacted. Trump's unlawful retention of this document is charged in court or count 8 of this indictment. Okay. Right, obviously, this wasn't a proper way of storing this shit. I mean, it shouldn't have been on the premises anyway, right? On the property. Well, no way, dude. So, in July of 2021, he gave an interview. Before the interview, the media had published reports that at the end of Trump's term as president, a senior military official, purportedly feared that Trump might order an attack on country A and that the senior military official advised Trump against doing that. So what are we talking about here? So Trump says here, well, with the senior military official, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack country A. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers and this thing just came up. Look, this was him. They present me this. This is off the record, but they present me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. The writer says, wow. Trump said, we looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. Papers long. Look. Staffer. Trump. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Staffer. Laughs. Yeah. Trump. I just found. Isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, you know. Except it is like highly confidential. Staffer. Yeah. Trump, secret. This is secret information. Look at this. You attack, and by the way, isn't that incredible? Wait, is this like redacted? Maybe it is. Staffer, yeah. Trump. I was just thinking because we were talking about it, and you know, he said he wanted to attack country A, and what? Staffer, you did. Trump. This was done by the military and given to me. I think we can probably, right? Staffer, I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to Trump declassify it. Figured out yeah. See, as president, I could have declassified it. Yeah, laughs. Nervous laughter. Trump, now I can't, you know, but this is still a secret. So he knows that what he's saying isn't allowed to be said. It's not allowed to be uttered into this universe by this person's ears. He knows that because he says now I can't, you know, but this is still a secret, as in like this is just between us. At the time of this exchange, the writer, the publisher, and Trump's two staff members did not have security clearances. Well, of course, and any need to know any classified information about plan of attack on country A. Holy shit. That's fucked. During the meeting, Trump commented that an ongoing military operation in country B was not going well. Trump showed the PAC representative a classified map of country B and told the PAC representative that he should not be showing the map to the PAC representative and not to get too close. The guys, the way they handle this shit is like children. I feel like I'm watching like middle schoolers try to run the country. The PAC did not have security clearance. Yeah. They didn't have security clearance? Of course they didn't. It doesn't seem like anybody has any like authority to be knowing the shit that Trump's saying. Oh my god. And there's more? Beginning in May of 2021, the National Archives and Records Administration, which was responsible for archiving presidential records, repeatedly demanded that Trump turn over presidential records that he had kept after his presidency. On multiple occasions beginning in June, NARA warned Trump through his representatives that if he did not comply, it would refer the matter of the missing records to the DOJ. Oh my god, man. This is a photograph of how they stored it? On November 17th, Walt texted Trump employee 2 about the photograph. Trump employee 2 had provided to Trump, stating, he mentioned about a picture of the boxes. He wants me to see it. Trump employee 2 replied, calling you shortly. On November 25th, 2021, Trump employee 2 texted Walt about Trump's review of the contents of his boxes, asking, has he mentioned boxes to you? I delivered some, but I think he may need more. Could you ask if he'd like more in Pine Hall? Pine Hall was an entry room in Trump's residence. Walt replied in 3 successive text messages. Nothing about boxes yet. He has one he's working on in Pine Hall. Knocked out 2 boxes yesterday. So he's just like bringing boxes and boxes of shit and moving them around in his Mar-a-Lago estate just recklessly without discern for its like contents. Wait, Trump representative who was in contact with Nara, Trump Rep 1, box answer will be wrenched out of him today, promise. The next day, Trump representative 1 replied in 2 successive text messages, hey, just checking on boxes, would love to have a number to them today. Trump employee 2 spoke to Trump and then responded a few hours later in 2 successive text messages. In his number, on January 13th, 2022, Walt texted Trump employee 2 about Trump's tracking of boxes, stating he's tracking the boxes, more to follow today on whether he wants to go through more today or tomorrow. Trump employee 2, 4 successive messages. One thing he asked was for new covers for the boxes for Monday morning. Can we get new box covers before giving these to them on Monday? They have too much writing on them. I marked too much. Why would they need to change the box covers? Is this before they hand it off to the National Archives? Or the FBI who are soliciting for the box? Oh my god, I'm like spacing out. Jesus Christ. It's hard to wrap my mind around the fact that this is real and not like a movie. When interviewed by the FBI in May, hold on one second, I got blue nose. Sorry. Oh god, sorry. When interviewed by the FBI in May 2022 regarding the location and movement of boxes before the production of Nara, Walt made false and misleading statements as set forth in count 38 of this indictment, including falsely stating that he was not aware of Trump's boxes being brought to Trump's residence for his review before Trump provided 15 boxes. Yeah, this is absolutely the case because we've already read the text messages above about the boxes being moved, so we already knew that. Falsely saying that he did not know how the boxes that falsely stating that he did not know how the boxes that he and Trump employee 2 brought to Trump's residence to the commercial truck for delivery to NAR on January 17, 2022 had gone to the residence. That's obviously true. When asked whether he knew where Trump's boxes had been stored before they were in Trump's residence and whether they had been in a secure, locked location, Walt falsely responded, I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I don't honestly just don't know. Holy shit. Just flat out lying. What? When the 15 boxes that Trump had provided reached NARA in January 2022, NARA reviewed the contents and determined that 14 of the boxes contained documents with classified markings. Specifically, as the FBI later determined, the boxes contained 197 documents with classification markings, of which 98 were marked secret, 30 were marked top secret, and the remainder were marked confidential. Some of those documents also contained SCI, and SAP markings. Okay, so they referred to it to DOJ for investigation. NARA did. Wow, look at this now. What the fuck? On May 23rd, 2022, Trump met with Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 at the Mar-a-Lago Club to discuss a response to the May 11th subpoena. Trump Attorney 1 and Trump Attorney 2 told Trump that they needed to search for documents that would be responsive to the subpoena and provide a certification that there had been compliance with the subpoena. Trump, in sum and substance, made the following statements, among others, as memorialized, by Trump Attorney 1. I don't want anybody looking. I don't want anybody looking through my boxes. Oh my god. What? This is like a fucking kid. This is like a grown-up saying to a kid, hey, it's time to put your toys away. And the kid going, I don't want you to do that. No, I want to keep playing with it. What is this? This is like a joke universe we're in. I can't believe this is, I really can't believe this is real. This is from his attorney as well. Somebody who's interested in defending Trump. Well, what happens if we just don't respond at all or don't play ball with them? Wouldn't it be better if we just told them we don't have anything here? Well, look, isn't it better if there are no documents? Oh my god. Christ. While meeting with Trump Attorney 1 and 2 on May 23rd, Trump in some substance told the following story as memorialized by Trump Attorney 1. Attorney, he was great. He did a great job. You know what? He said that it was him, that he was okay, I'm sorry. For 1 second here. Anytime I quote anything that Trump is saying, I feel like I'm like in a blender, like just getting grounded up. Like it's so difficult to read for some reason. It's just the way he talks is just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like really difficult to recite for some reason. Let's see here. What the hell were we at? That he was the one who deleted all of her emails, the 30,000 emails, because they basically dealt with her scheduling and her going to the gym and her having beauty appointments. And he was great. And so she didn't get in any trouble because he said that he was the one who deleted them. Okay, got it. So they would search for the responsive documents by looking through Trump's boxes that had been transported from the White House. Okay. So we're discussing how the ship was transported. On May 30th, 2022, at 12:33 p.m., a Trump family member texted Walt, "Good morning, Walt. Happy Memorial Day. I saw you put boxes on to POTUS room, just FYI, and I will tell him as well. Not sure how many he wants to take on Friday on the plane. We will not have a room for them. Plane will be full luggage. Thank you." Walt replied, "Good morning, ma'am." Smiley face emoji. "Thank you so much. I think we wanted to pick from them. I don't imagine him wanting to take the boxes. He told me to put them in the room and that he was going to talk to you about them. Isn't this a need to know basis? We're talking about classified information here, right?" On June 1st, Trump spoke with Trump Attorney 1 by phone and asked whether Trump Attorney 1 was coming to the Mar-a-Lago Club the next day and for exactly what purpose. Trump Attorney 1 reminded Trump that Trump Attorney 1 was going to review the boxes that had been transported from the White House and remained in storage at the Mar-a-Lago Club so that Trump Attorney 1 could have a custodian of records certify that the May 11th subpoena had been complied with. So he was scheduled to review the boxes in the storage room. Trump spoke with Walt on the phone at 9:29 for 24 seconds. Later that day, between 12:32 p.m. and 12:52 p.m., Walt and an employee of the Mar-a-Lago club moved approximately 30 boxes from Trump's residence to the storage room. So in sum, between May 23rd, 2022 and June 2nd, 2022, before Trump Attorney 1's review of Trump's boxes in the storage room, Walt, at Trump's direction, moved approximately 64 boxes from the storage room to Trump's residence and brought to the storage room only approximately 30 boxes. Neither Trump nor Walt informed Trump Attorney 1 of that information. They're operating like a well-oiled machine here. Lovely. The false certification of the FBI and the grand jury. What is this now? Between 3:53 p.m. and 6:23 p.m., Trump Attorney 1 reviewed the contents of Trump's boxes in the storage room. Trump Attorney 1 located 38 documents with classification markings inside the boxes, which Trump Attorney 1 removed and placed in a red weld folder. Okay. Trump Attorney 1 contacted Walt and asked him to bring clear duct tape to the storage room. Trump Attorney 1 used the clear duct tape to seal the folder with the documents. Why would you use clear duct tape for that? Why wouldn't you just use regular duct tape? That's like information you don't want to be like accidentally looked at, right? After Trump Attorney 1 finished sealing the red weld folder containing the documents with classification markings that he had found inside Trump's boxes, Walt took Trump Attorney 1 to a dining room, which is a public setting, by the way, in the Mar-a-Lago club, where many people are congregating, to meet with Trump. After Trump Attorney 1 confirmed that he was finished with his search in the storage room, Trump asked, "Did you find anything? Is it bad? Good." Wow. Okay. Trump and Trump Attorney 1 then discussed what to do with the red weld folder containing documents with classification markings and whether Trump Attorney 1 should bring them to his hotel room and put them in a safe place. During that conversation, Trump made a plucking motion as memorialized by Trump Attorney 1. He made a funny motion as though, well, okay, why don't you take them with you to your hotel room, and if there's anything really bad in there, like, pluck it out. Oh my god. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. What the fuck do you say to this shit? I think I've read enough. Does it even get worse than this? Look at this now. Oh my god. So, a diligent search was conducted on the boxes that were moved from the White House of Florida. The search was conducted after receipt of the subpoena in order to locate any of all. So these statements were false because, among other reasons, Trump had directed Walt to move boxes before Trump Attorney 1's June 2nd review, so that many boxes were not searched and many documents responsive to the May 11th subpoena could not be found, and in fact were not found by Trump Attorney 1. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if I want to keep going on with this shit. Okay, so then they authorize a court-authorized search warrant of the Mar-a-Lago shit. Wait, during the, okay, hold on, this is interesting. During the execution of the warrant, the Mar-a-Lago Club, the FBI seized 102 documents with classification markings in Trump's storage. So here we got here, okay. Trump's office, there's a number of documents, 27. Classification markings, top secret 6, secret 18, confidential 8. In the storage room, the number of documents, classification markings, top secret 11, secret 36, and confidential 28. So this is a reading of all the shit that he's being accused of. Oh no. Conspiracy to obstruct justice. The general allegations, free marriage, fully copyrighted here by reference. So Donald J. Trump and Walton Nada did knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree with each other and with others known and unknown to the grand jury to engage in misleading conduct toward another person and corruptly persuade another person to withhold a record, document, and other object from an official proceeding in violation of the 18 USC and to corruptly conceal a record, document, and other object from an official proceeding in violation of 18 USC and 1512 C1. The manner and means of the conspiracy, suggesting that Trump attorney one falsely represent to the FBI and grand jury that Trump did not have documents called for by the May 11th subpoena. Why would you, by the way, why would you lie about this? This seems like the easiest shit in the world to like debunk. Like, what are they going to be like? Yeah, those documents just, we don't have them. They're probably somewhere. They're probably lost or something. Like they are very fastidious, I would imagine. Nora is with making sure all the shit is like documented, and the FBI. I mean, like all these government agencies, right? Like moving boxes of documents to conceal them from the Trump Attorney 1, the FBI, and the grand jury, suggesting that Trump Attorney 1 hide or destroy documents called for by the May 11th subpoena, providing to the FBI and the grand jury just some of the documents called for by the causing a false certification to be submitted to the FBI, grand jury. Yeah, he's fucked. So that's pretty much what I've gotten from this. This seems pretty airtight to me. It's so bad. Like, how much in the dumpster do you have to be for lawyers, for your lawyers, for the former president of the United States who would get a major payday just for the fact that they're representing you, to, like, quit? Two former President Donald J. Trump's lawyers had, well, he probably has a bunch of lawyers, so maybe it's not that big of a deal, but have represented him in the classified documents investigation, resigned. Okay, so you got a guy to replace them. Okay, whatever. Wow, it's unbelievable. He is majorly fucked. I really don't know what could be like said. But the responses from conservatives online have been funny because all they give a shit about is hypocrisy, apparently. Hold on. Oh, good, we're still there. Like, this is amazing. The DOJ suddenly cares so much about protecting national security that they are indicting Trump on 37 felony counts that could land him in jail for a 100-year sentence. Where were they when Hillary Clinton was hosting top classified information on our private server? The most retarded thing. Actually, this actually isn't the most retarded thing I've ever heard, but it's pretty high up there. They already did an investigation into Hillary's emails, and they did not find any information on those emails that were clearly marked as classified. Furthermore, I think it's a little weird to compare the situation pertaining to Hillary Clinton with Donald J. Trump when, in Trump's case, he haphazardly just left shit, like had other people handling classified information, storing it improperly, and also was spilling secrets, not just literally, but from his mouth to other people, and saying, like, talking about military shit, pertaining to a potential plan of attack for country A. Country A, we don't know, obviously, but yeah, wow, this comparison here to Hillary Clinton, who, through happenstance, had relayed sensitive information through her emails that was inappropriate, but rather not classified. The big difference there. It's ridiculous. and also there wasn't a conspiracy that I could find anywhere that suggested that Hillary Clinton was doing that to jeopardize national security. In the case of Trump, it seemed as though he wanted other people to know some of the information he knew. Probably as a quid pro quo for something else. Yeah. You have a majority Taylor Greene here. Yeah, so like they're trying to deflect onto like Joe Biden because I mean they've been going after him for a while anyway, but like the deflection here is obviously timed appropriately considering the fact that the indictment came very recently with Trump. And then apparently, yeah, we're just going to go back to like Hunter Biden's laptop for the 100th fucking time, or not even the 100th time, the 10,000th time. It's like all they talk about. So we got that going too. I mean, what else, man? What else? Oh yeah, this little bitch. Saying that there's a war now, apparently. An eye for an eye. I don't know what this is implying. Is he implying like that he's gonna like the conservative base should use violence against the democratic deep state, like the democratic deep state to defend their little boy Donnie? I really don't understand what's being implied here. His son is obviously sticking up for him because why wouldn't he? And also, by the way, and I may have gone over this on stream a little bit ago, but this is the kind of rhetoric that is, to me, a solicitation of violence because, like, saying something like, they're actually not after me, they're after you, personalizes it in a way to where it can move some political extremists over the edge to take matters into their own hands. And whatever that looks like, odds are it's not going to be good. It's probably going to be violent. And oh my god, this was okay, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I genuinely believe that what Ryan Grim, if this is accurate right here, this might be one of the most retarded things I've ever heard in the political sphere, in the political discourse.
Now, I'm curious from your perspective. Let's say it's a solid case. Let's say you can actually get a conviction. Kind of, my take on this would be, if he gets convicted, I would say that Biden ought to just pardon him, let him do a week in prison, and then pardon him because I think it's important, kind of for the.
You hear that, boys? The guy who obstructed justice and jeopardized national security interests should be pardoned by the political opponent, or rather, the current president of the United States. He should be pardoned. I mean, I don't even think a Republican should pardon this man. If everything that was relayed through that indictment is accurate and true to the fullest extent it could be true, yeah, there's no shot that should warrant a pardon. You can't. It's just like amazing to me that sometimes people through the political landscape will say, like, for people they like, they want them pardoned because they like them. Or rather, it's for the sanctity of a certain decorum, or rather for some grander thing, right? Like for the betterment of society or something. Like, it's shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you're really gonna pardon the guy who has been charged through an indictment with violating national security interests?
I think it's important that nobody's above the rule of law, but I think it's also important for the public to have a chance to weigh in on this. Like,
why the fuck should they have a say in this shit? No, not all these people are expert in like fucking justice and criminal justice and shit. What the fuck are you talking about? And the people who are weighing in at the voting booths are weighing in with respect to whether or not they believe that candidate will serve the betterment of the country, whether they're going to enact the policies that they want enacted. He is blatantly violating national security interests. What the fuck? Why should we give a fuck about what the people at the voting booths think about, like, has no bearing on the legitimacy of the crimes that apparently Trump has committed.
If he really is the kind of front runner and he's challenging Biden for the nomination, let that go to the ballot. Like, beat him at the ballot box.
No, that's so fucking dumb. That's so dumb. Oh my god. You can't let somebody commit crimes. We're going to just operate off the premise that everything that was relayed through that indictment is accurate. You can't let somebody get away with crimes and then let people at the ballot box voting decide whether or not that is somehow, okay. Like, no. Jesus Christ.
Rather than finishing him off completely through the judicial system because of what that could uncork in such an unpredictable way going forward. So convicting him.
So he thinks that he should be pardoned because that has the potential of opening up the floodgates for an unprecedented level of scrutiny levied against succeeding presidents. Am I understanding that correctly? Because, I mean, good. There should be more scrutiny against presidents. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah. But in this case, he just jeopardized. I mean, he's violating laws that have already been established for a long time now. Obstruction of justice, and obviously being one of them.
Having him serve something short, but then pardoning him, I think it does produce consequences that would deter and future presidents from whatever we're upset about him doing here, like lose.
What? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Why would pardoning him deter future presidents from engaging in the same behavior that Trump has engaged in? Wait? Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Hold on. I'll give him another shot.
Having him serve something short, but then pardoning him, I think it does produce consequences that would deter and.
He's speaking so vague. What the fuck are you talking about? Consequence? Like what consequences?
Future presidents from whatever we're upset about him doing here, like losing an Iran war plan, or maybe giving it.
Okay, he's speaking. I'm sorry. He's speaking too vaguely. Maybe I'm just like drunk or something. He's speaking too vaguely for me to like understand exactly what he's referring to. Yeah.
By being an idiot, but I think the idea of like him like serving a long prison sentence.
Dude, he's gonna die in prison. If he goes to prison, even for like 15 years, he's gonna be dead before he like gets out.
Feels too dangerous to the fabric of our kind of democratic society. I don't know.
What? He violated the law. It's so simple. If everything in the indictment is accurate, which it seems like it is, then he violated the law. It doesn't. What do you mean eroding the fabric of our democracy? What the fuck's that have to do with anything? Are we not? So it seems like he's advocating for the fact that it seems like he doesn't actually believe in the fact that anybody's above the law. Because if you're running for president or have favorable poll numbers in the general or the primaries or whatever, that you should be somehow exempt from prosecution because the real judge and jury should be at the ballot box?
No, what am I being too soft there? What do you?
Yeah, you. That's not. Yeah, for sure. Wow, this is unbelievable. Oh yeah, and yeah, look at this now. Amazing. Look at the way this is framed, by the way. Should other presidents be indicted for the crimes they've committed, or only Donald Trump? Shut the fuck up, man. Christ, the victim complex. It is unbelievable. They act like Trump is being uniquely targeted by like the Democrats or something. Wow. Just incredible. Incredible shit, man. Well, conservatives are going full cope mode, and there's not much, like I haven't already said, right? Look, I think like as far as like the general election is concerned, like, will his poll numbers be affected by this? Maybe. I think some people may think like he can't run if he is like arrested, so maybe that will influence some people's swaying or like how they vote at the ballot box or whatever. I think he's going to have his hands tied financially with fighting these I don't know if it's a lawsuit, but like fighting this case, I guess, is it indictment, whatever. I think there's just a lot that's gonna make him less viable, I guess, as a candidate to win the primary. Not even just to mention the general. I don't know who else is running in like the conservative side. I think it's like DeSantis and oh, I don't even know who else. Oh, I don't even know who else is running. No clue, man. Shit. Oh, guys, this is amazing, by the way, too. Hold on. Incredible shit. Can you even see this? Hold on. Maybe let's zoom in. Oh, I wasn't even at 100%. Whoops. Ryan Knight, who is I don't even need to say much about this. I don't really think about this that much. They're basically bitching that a bunch of articles are being written, opinion pieces at that, about third-party candidates. And he made the claim that the two-party duopoly is they're scared. Like the apologists, I don't. Okay, they're scared. Like the fact that they're writing all these articles means that the duopoly apologists are scared. I don't know what that means really. It's long past. It's long past time for a third party candidate, even though third party candidates have been running for a very long time. I voted third party in 2020, and will definitely be voting third party again in 2024. They do this, by the way, as a virtue signal. They don't do it because they actually think third parties are viable, because by any objective measure you can look at, third parties are never going to win the general election. So they don't do it because they think they're going to win. They do it as a virtue signal to say, I'm sticking it to the establishment, the two-party duopoly. Look at me, how morally like amazing I am. Like it's the most sanctimonious virtue signaling bullshit I've ever seen in my life. They don't actually care about political change. They care about like signaling to everybody very loudly, hey, I'm not like everybody else. I hate the establishment. I think the Democrats are corrupt. I think the Republicans are corrupt. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, that wasn't even what I was challenging in my response, but I basically said that why should they be scared? Howie Hawkins received not even a half percentage point of the popular vote in the last election. Same with Joe Jorgensen, who's a libertarian candidate, only got like 1.18%. That's so fucking low too, by the way. But regardless, when we're talking about like the Democratic Party, the party that is most likely to defect to to voting for Democrats is the Green Party. So if you're not voting for Howie Hawkins, odds are you're probably going to vote for a Democrat as your second option. But the main point here is that third party voting is not viable, which is an objective fact. If you vote third party, then you are essentially tossing your vote into the incinerator. You may as well just not go vote at all if that were the case, because they're not going to win no matter what. There's literally no shot that a third party candidate will win the presidential election in the near term, unless dramatic changes are made to campaign financing laws as well as election laws in general. Abolishing the Electoral College, even doing that, honestly, like the Green Party does not receive a large proportion of the popular vote. So even if you abolish the Electoral College, yeah, that's a good thing anyway. They're not gonna still win the election. Third parties, ranked choice voting, I guess that could make it a little more viable. But a lot of these things aren't in place already. Like all this shit needs to take place before we can even have a discussion about the viability of third parties. Anyway, of course, you know, the NPCs come out because they always do when they have no argument. So that's nice. Which was, you know, obviously relayed by me. You are the Ukraine flag in the bio idiot. Wait, okay, that's a 0, but okay. You are the NPC. You still fall for the two-party scam. In 2023, the ignorance required to do this is off the charts. You are an imbecile. But, dude, what the... I am just too... I don't know. Maybe I'm too old for this shit, but, like, this shit's so obvious. Oh man, what is there anything else? Shit. Oh dude, this guy blocked me. Is that what happened? Shit, they did. Oh my, that's insane actually. They made this reply. I don't even remember who this was I was replying to, but I'm like, can you please define for me viable, because I'm pretty sure you are using that word wrong as it pertains to electoral probabilities of winning. They just blocked me because I asked them a question. Dude, these people are such pussy. Like, they don't own up. Like, anytime they're challenged meaningfully, they just back away and do not reply to you or give you objective, like, things, like the things that they say are objectively demonstrably false. They'll block you or they'll throw memes because they have no argument. In fact, I ran into this recently. Hold on. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Actually, it might have been a little more than that. It was probably like 2 weeks ago, actually. Yeah, okay, so basically, I got into this conversation with somebody who has how many followers? 1,000? Okay, maybe this is even worth talking about. Anyway, they said that the primaries of the Democratic primaries were rigged in 2016. I said they weren't. And then they're like, okay, so you like Nazis. Yeah, that's actually what happened. Unironically, that is the chain of events that took place. The election is too important to risk your vote, Charlie Brown. If you chose the lesser evil just for one more time. So basically making fun of the fact that voting from harm reduction is retarded, even though it's not. And that it's all a scam, which is not also. And then somebody said that's why voting in primaries is important, but they said no, that it is rigged, which it is objectively not, but okay. They cited a source that is founded by Jared fucking Kushner and is a right-wing source, but that isn't. But it doesn't matter because the legitimacy of the claims made within said source is also false because there's a quote itself. Perhaps I am missing it, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, I say that, and then I say it's paywall. I can't read it, but Donna Brazil emphasized the fact there's no evidence that the DNC was rigging citizens to throw the primary to Hillary. Also, the DNC had made joint financial agreements similar to Hillary with Sanders and the O'Malley campaigns. And to the response, of course, because it always denigrates to this conversation, is whiteys were Nazis. So they probably derived that from the fact that I have a Ukraine flag, which, by the way, at this point, it's not just the fact that I support Ukraine. It's also the fact that it pisses some people off that I keep it in there, because you can always tell which conversations are worth having and which aren't, and also which conversations, of course, that you just want to fuck with people with, and the ones that derive or denigrate into the whole Ukraine flag thing or the that you support Nazis or whatever because of the Ukraine flag. Those are conversations that are just like, that they're like too dumb to have a conversation or an argument with. So it's just fun to make fun of them. So obviously I took my shots and we went back and forth a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Oh shit. I didn't even mean to talk about that today. But let's just take a deep breath and have a relaxing session for a minute, okay? Just to talk about me for a minute. I am streaming on my laptop right now because of I'm sorry, I just saw something on Twitter. I got mad. I am streaming on my laptop right now because my computer, I don't have my camera just is absolutely dog shit, and I actually just got rid of it because it's so bad. So I'm gonna have to buy a new camera connected to my desktop, and then we can work off the desktop streaming, which is a lot better because my desktop is obviously a lot more powerful than my laptop. So yeah, that's going to be nice. I don't know what camcorder I'm going to get yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't know. Also, what else? I haven't played a. You know what? I haven't played a game in a while too. Video game. I've just been so busy recently. Going on another vacation. In not next week, the week after. I'll be out of town for a couple days, but I'll still be streaming on that Saturday, the 24th. So yeah, I'll be available then, and that'll be cool. I don't know. I don't know what plans I have in terms of streaming though. Or what games I want to play. You know what? I do want to play Diablo 4. I've heard Diablo 4 is pretty fun. Or it looks fun, I mean. Oh boy. Can we perhaps find... Oh yeah, right here. So one of the... Okay, so if you don't know, Mr. Llama SC is a... He plays Diablo a lot. Diablo 2 especially. And I feel as though he has a undue hatred for Diablo 4. And he issued a statement basically saying like it was an actual statement. He made claims that that it was a scam, basically, that D4 was a scam. We'll just watch the video actually. Really quick. I'm only talking about this, by the way, because I am a little hyped for D4. I want to buy it, and also am interested in playing it on stream. So the opinion of Mr. Llama SC is somewhat relevant because he has a major hand in the community, I think. Let me change my audio though, because I think I'm getting sick of. Okay. Hello? Let me just make sure.
Everybody, there was a clip of me going around.
Okay, cool. We'll bring that bitch up to 100. Hello? Actually, I might have to do a little more. Properties. Hold on 1 second. Actually, advanced properties. Hello. That should be good, right? I hope so. We'll just round it out at a 10 mark. 10 deaths. Oops. Hello. Yeah, that should be good. All right. And there should be no backfeed. So, yeah, let's go.
Called Diablo 4 Scam, where I describe the potential pay-to-win issues of the Battle Pass in Diablo 4. First off, I do not name clips from my channel. Some random viewer named that clip. Now let's dive into it. Number 1, many other streamers who love D4 and think it's a 10 out of 10 also came to the same conclusion. If we did not post about this and bring it to light...
Wait, yeah, we need to figure this out.
We're in the middle of the war.
They say that it might be a scam, or like a pay-to-win scam, similar to Diablo Immortal. Maybe that wasn't the claim exactly made, but I would like to get a better understanding of what's happening. Without these ads, ideally. We still have to talk about the Canada wildfires. Well, there isn't much to talk about, I think, but...
Blah, 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 that, blah, 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 that. So in the whatever scenario, right, this person, the free person will get these cosmetics. They'll get these ashes, and it looks like this is at level 10. This is character level 10. And at character level 20. Right? And this is the same thing here. Character level 10, character level 20. They will get those. This is at character level 10. This is the 15th level of the battle pass, but it looks like at character level 10 is when that unlocks. Right, we can erase this for now. They're not different battle passes. I mean, you can literally see it right here. This is the premium part of the battle pass. It's literally what's locked behind the premium. It is one battle pass. Now, they say it in the video that they're different and the rewards are different. I'm pretty sure it's this. I think this is what they mean by different, because you have this stuff unlocked. But now, when I hit character level 10, down here, this person who paid $25, they immediately will get access to this. When I hit character level 20, they immediately will get access to these ashes, which means they can buy experience boost or gold boost or whatever it is that they want. When I hit character level 10 up here, I will not immediately get access to this because I need to have a level 15 battle pass first. How long does it take to get to a level 15 battle pass? I don't know. When I hit character level 20, I will not immediately have access to this because I need to have a level 20 battle pass. How long does it take to get to a level 20 battle pass? I do not know. They said there are, what, 27 free tiers? Is that right? And 90 total. The only assumption we're making is that you will, and it's not even an assumption. It literally is, this is the whole piece. If, it's an and if character level experience gain is greater than battle pass experience gain, then game is not P2 win.
I don't know what the definition exactly of pay to win is, but that seems like a correct statement to make.
If character level experience gain is less than battle pass experience gain, then game is pay to win. That's it. Other way? No. Because if your character level, oh crap, you're right. There you go. This only applies for the first 20 levels. I doubt it, because you probably get more ashes at 25, at 30, at 35, at 40, at 45, right? It looks like every 5 levels you're getting ashes.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak too much to this because I don't have a familiarity with D4. So I think that there's a lot of information I need to research on my own before I can figure shit out. But regardless, I still kind of want to play the game anyway, so yeah. Alright, whatever. I am not super interested in that anymore. Okay, so we still have some other shit to talk about, I think. Okay. What else we got? Oh yeah, the fucking Canada shit. Alright, so apparently there's some wildfires going on. I guess let's take a look. Oh boy, does that look bad? Why is it so loud? Yeah. This is wildfire season in Canada anyway, so... But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, too. Don't they, like, in these forests, like, have, like, these, fire lines or these stop gaps or whatever? Of, like... They like, there's, like, an X amount of yards or meters or whatever between different areas of the forest, so that way the fire can't spread to that area. And that's a satellite image. So, is that like water or fire retardant? Kind of like an extinguisher. I wonder which one's more effective. Crazy.
Welcome to the News Hour. Hundreds of wildfires continue to burn across Canada, many of them out of control.
The smoke has more than 55 million Americans under air quality alerts, prompting safety warnings to stay indoors, and the cancellation of some major events, including professional baseball and basketball games. Stephanie Sy has our report.
An ominous orange haze envelops the Statue of Liberty. Wildfire smoke from Canada has billowed across the border, degrading air quality across the Northeast and upper Midwest. Pilots and passengers flew through thick clouds of black smoke before the FAA temporarily grounded flights out of New York.
It's very unexpected, like it really happened out of the blue. And I just really hope that everyone stays safe, wear a mask outside so like the smoke doesn't go into their lungs.
Today, the Big Apple ranked worst in the world for its air quality. New York City Mayor Eric Adams issued health advisories for all 5 boroughs.
But this is an unprecedented event.
I wonder why, like, they're so uniquely targeted. Like, why is it New York that's, like, the worst, Like, is there, like, I know it's obviously the wind blowing in that direction or whatever, but, like, wouldn't that also affect other, like, adjacent areas? Like, areas, like, inside New York, the state?
Our city and New Yorkers must take precaution.
As wildfire smoke continues to blanket the U.S., 100 million Americans are under air quality alerts.
I'm one of them, baby. Let's go. Wow, look at this, though. Yeah, right there. Wow. Good Lord. There's some pockets that are a lot more unhealthy than others, though. Like right here, Shit.
The potential health threat posed by wildfire smoke spanning as far south as Georgia and Texas.
The high levels of air pollution are going to be detrimental to people who are at risk, but really everyone is impacted by this.
Peter DiCarlo is an associate professor of environmental health and engineering at Johns Hopkins University.
Exposure to air pollutants isn't something you can undo. These are particles that are about 100 times smaller than the width of our hair. When we breathe those in and they get into our lungs, they can basically travel to all parts of our body. And so we usually think of the respiratory system as the most impacted, but this also impacts our heart, it can impact our brain.
In Canada, more than 20,000 Canadians can't go home, still under evacuation orders, as firefighters struggle to contain hundreds of wildfires.
Fortunate enough to have a trailer right now that we could get out for the time being.
In British Columbia, this crew is fighting fire with fire, burning out fuel ahead of an approaching blaze. Canada's Minister of Public Safety says there are 414 active fires across the country, 239 are out of control.
I want to assure Canadians that all orders of government are working closely together, including with our Indigenous partners, to ensure a coordinated and effective response. It's all hands on deck, and it's around the clock.
including our
Coast-to-coast
indigenous
forest
partners.
fires have scorched more than 9.1 million acres in Canada already this year, an area bigger than the state of Maryland. And it's just the start of what is on track to be the most devastating fire season in Canada's history.
The fact that we're seeing so many fires burning such large areas and burning this early in the season is definitely worrisome.
Climate scientist Christina Dahl says several factors are at play.
And we know that climate change isn't the only factor that's at play in driving worsening wildfires around the world. We know that things like suppressing fires for many decades or even a century can cause a lot of undergrowth in our forests to build up that would have been naturally cleared by naturally occurring fires and low severity fires. But now that we have been suppressing those fires, we have a lot of overgrowth, and that's causing fires to burn larger and more severely.
Ooh. I would have never thought of that. But that's a fairly good point, I guess. Wow, okay. Good to know.
As firefighters try to contain the fires across Canada, officials in many U.S. cities warn air quality is at code red. It's not the highest alert level, but it does mean the air may be unhealthy for some, and outdoor activity is discouraged.
Oh, great. Yeah, I noticed where I live, there was there was kind of hazy. In the one morning I woke up and I went to get breakfast or something, and it was like hazy outside, and this was not even 24 hours after the fact that I had learned about the wildfires to begin with. Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was like Thursday morning, I think. Yeah, pretty crazy. It obviously wasn't as bad as like New York or anything, but still. Sorry. Yeah, pretty crazy ship right now. I encourage those, if they can, to donate. Maybe we can help some people out. Oh my god. Is this real? Did the FBI tip over one box the way they staged the papers on the floor during the raid? Dude, there's fucking text messages. There's evidence. There's text messages. We know it wasn't staged. Like, what are you talking about? I guess he's banking on the fact nobody's going to actually read the indictment, which I guess that's a fair, like, assumption to make. But, yeah, Jesus. People just, like, screenshots of the indictment and just post it. Oh boy, was there anything? Oh yeah, yeah. I said I was gonna go over the Germany ship, but I probably won't. That's might do it for next stream. Okay. Okay, well, I think that's it for today. Yeah, I'm gonna. I think we're gonna call it a day. Pretty tired. Sorry, not in frame. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty tired. I don't know why too. It's I'm not usually this tired when I stream. But yeah, okay. Well, I think we went over a lot of important shit today. And by that, I mean like a couple of things. The indictment obviously took up a majority of the time, but okay. Well, anyway, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I will see you next time.